Alright, let's keep talking about weird animals. We are on page 86 of the Kinder packet. Looks like this. This is Weird Animals, Wood Frogs. The author is Rachel Graham. Can you think of something that gets hard and freezes when it's very cold? Think of something that gets hard and freezes when it's very cold. Water turns to ice, but did you know some frogs can freeze too? Wood frogs freeze when it gets cold. Then, when it warms up, they warm up too. It's pretty cool. And here's a wood frog and a picture of that happening. And the author has labeled. It says a wood frog can freeze when it gets cold. We're going to turn the page. We're on page 88. Notice this is a non-fiction text. That means they're teaching us new information. And they also have bolded their headings. A heading is like a title for each section. These are called text features. Wood frogs rest when they are frozen. They sleep all winter. A wood frog finds a spot to rest in the fall. This place must be safe. The frog will stay there all winter. And here that is, the frog has found a good place to rest. You can kind of look at your picture. I'm going to turn the page. The next section says, Winter in Ice. Winter is cold. Lots of things freeze. Ice can go all around a wood frog. It covers its whole body. Much of the water in wood frog's body turns to ice, but the frog just sleeps. That's pretty cool. And here that is. There's a diagram of that happening. Picture that's labeled. Frozen frogs. A frozen wood frog feels hard like a rock. Its body stays very still. Still means it doesn't move. It does not move. They were going to tell us that anyway. Wood frogs can stay frozen for a very long time. That's pretty neat. I wish we could do that. Spring warm-up. I bet you're probably thinking in your head, oh, the frog's going to warm up too. Spring comes, the frozen wood frog warms up. It starts to move again. The frog hops back to the pond where it was born. It returns every spring. It eats, jumps, and swims until the next winter. Then it freezes again. Here's a picture of a wood frog swimming around. Here are some questions that go along with your text. Question number 1. Read the first sentence in the very beginning of the text. What does the word freezes mean? What does that word mean? A, turns to ice. B, turns to water. Or C, turns to wood. You're probably thinking about things in your own life. What does it mean when something in your life freezes? So if you've ever played with ice, if you've ever eaten ice cream, you might be making some connections. Question number 2. What can wood frogs do? What makes them special? A, wood frogs can freeze in cold. B, wood frogs can make hard ice. Or C, wood frogs can stay warm all year. What is special about a wood frog? So think back, what was that main idea? Question 3. Which picture shows the word rest and what it means? Which picture, 1, 2, or 3, shows what it means to rest? Now you might be making a text to self, yourself, connection to. What does it mean when you have to rest? When your mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, or brother or sister say, hey, slow down, it's time to rest. What does that mean? Question number 4. What does the word spot mean? Does it mean A, safe, B, fall, or C, place? What does it mean when you say the word spot? Some of you can think about your classrooms. You might have an assigned spot at the carpet. What does that mean? Question 5. What does the word whole mean? Does it mean sometime, every time, or any place? What does the word whole mean? Question 6. Look at the word still. Which other words in the text, in the writing, help you understand what still means? A, does not move. B, very long time. Or C, wood frog feels. Think about your parents. What does it mean when they tell you, hold still or stay still? Question number 7. What does the word returns mean? A, goes away, B, goes back, or C, goes over? These are a little tricky. If you need to, you can always go back into the reading or go back through the videos and listen again. Anytime they have special words, they're going to make them either a different color, or they're going to make them bold, really big text, or they're going to change the way the text looks so that your brain will say, oh, there's something special about this word. I need to remember this. Question 8, look at the chart. What is happening in the spring? So they wrote inside, this is called a chart, they wrote in these rectangles. The first rectangle says, fall, the wood frog finds a safe spot. The one in the middle says, winter, the wood frog freezes. And they want you to look at the last rectangle and it says spring at the top. What happens in the spring that's so special? Now, good readers, you're using all your clues. I want you to look out your window if you can. We are in spring right now. What is different with the weather? What is different outside right now? Kindergartners, I know in science you've been talking about weather all year and patterns. Look out your window. If we're having a normal, a regular spring day, what happens in the spring? Is it getting colder? Is it getting hotter? What happens? And then you're going to fill in, you're going to put the information in that rectangle. Now that's a lot of steps. So what I would do is I would just talk to someone next to you, if you can, about spring and what happens with the frog in the spring.